大家好，我是 EURAXESS 中国区的代表 Halldor。今天我想要给你们介绍我们的 EURAXESS 科学档案馆，因为下个周日是我们的申请的截止日期，下个周日是11月28日。科学档案馆是在普通观众面前进行的10分钟生动有趣的演讲。EURAXESS 科学中文馆中国区的比赛将于12月举行，面向中国所有研究人员开放。你首先完成申请5个最佳入围者都会得到奖品，以及参加我们的在线的决赛活动的机会。你将在评审委员会面前展现自己。冠军将赢得最新款的 iPad Pro。今天就报名吧。So, hi everybody, this is me again, but now in a different sweater. I know it's exactly the same perspective as the video that we just played. For all of you, those out there that just started watching our stream or a recording of our stream and just saw me speaking Chinese, I apologize profusely. Sorry about my horrible Chinese, either because you don't understand Chinese, which is understandable for a lot of you that are watching this on Twitter perhaps, or maybe because you do understand Chinese and you had to suffer through this. But just really quickly, I was just announcing to everybody everywhere that we are expecting our EURAXESS 科学 Science Slam to be back in action after more than 3 years hiatus or 2 years hiatus. I don't know. Anyway, we are back for our 10th videocast, and I am, like always, here with my colleague Anna in Italy. Hey, Anna.
Hi, Halldor. Hi, everybody. And I want to congratulate for your performance in the video. Come on, you should be proud. Chinese is not an easy language. I can speak a bit of it, and I thought you did great.
Oh, thank you.
So it was wonderful to have a video for our Chinese friends. Yes, I mean, we do all this to attract as many participants as possible for the final big event of 2021. And after a few years of not having the Science Slam, this year 2021 we couldn't really miss it, especially after the very intense preparation that we had at the beginning of the year with the science communication trainings. I think our finalists this year will really be stronger candidates. What do you think?
I really do think so. This has been so exciting to plan. So I was talking to our colleagues at the German Academic Exchange Center that have been organizing the Falling Walls, which is also a communication competition, and we all agree that the key to a good well-organized event like this are basically the participants, getting the best participants and so on. And that is not super easy, but I'm really proud to say that I think we have amazing pool of candidates, Anna. And it's because we've been working on this for a while already. In our promotional period for the last couple of weeks, we've gotten a lot of amazing candidates, but also because we had our science communication training series last winter where we involved several hundred people and ended up getting a lot of people that actually applied with a video and are also candidates and eligible to participate in the Science Slam finals this year. So in the video at the beginning, we were just announcing really quickly that the deadline is coming up and it's just around the corner, right, Anna? So if people are interested in participating, what can they do?
Yeah, they really need to hurry up a little bit because our deadline is this Sunday, the 28th of November. If they want to participate, they only need to go online on china.euraxess.org. They will find the Science Slam event there. They need to apply, but after applying, they have to send us a short Science Slam. So they need to record it themselves take a camera like I am doing right now, or take your computer with a PowerPoint presentation, combine the both. The basic idea is try to be a little bit original and flexible, and present as your research project, your research idea, your research work. You have 10 minutes maximum, and we're gonna be very strict in the final about the time. Susanna's 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes video try to show us your skills in science and communication. If you didn't take the training, you can even go back online to our website and watch some of the recordings. We taught how to pitch. We had a trainer that taught us how to move on a stage, how to communicate also with the body. And we talked how to communicate to an online audience. Anyway, try to maybe take inspiration from that or from the video that we're about to show you, and present your research idea in an original way. Deadline is coming up. It's Sunday, 28th of November. We didn't give it time. So if you prefer, you can consider European time. So you're going to have a few more hours. But really apply online and send us your video by the deadline. It's really an amazing opportunity. And as we said, that we don't have Science Slam every year. So take advantage, do it this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, it's so exciting. We already have quite a bit of people participating, but it is amazing opportunity because if you are even just half good at this, we will give you a chance. That's for sure. And there is something to win. We have a prize on the that people can get if they win. In this year, it's going to be a brand new iPad Pro or something equivalent, depending on your needs. But normally, it would be a flight to Europe to visit a research institution of your choice. But honestly, of course, as you would know, that's not possible this year. But I think for a lot of you, this could be just as good, right? I think a tool like that could be well appreciated by a lot of the researchers around here. But we are not doing this for the first time, Anna. This is something that has been done since 2013, and this year's will be the 6th time that we've done it. It's not been exactly every year, as you can calculate, but because of COVID-19, for example, we're not able to do it last year. And but we've been doing it fairly frequently for the last 9 years or so, and over the years, we've really had like a lot of opportunities to enjoy amazing science communication trainings and so on. And every year, the winner has been able to go all the way to Europe to present its research there to colleagues and so on. And we have like a good club of Science Slam winners that all of them would tell you that they have like a really good experience. And also even the people that just participated and didn't necessarily win, like a lot of them did really cool things afterwards. And I would love to share those stories one day, because there are a lot of cool, amazing participants throughout times and so on. And I always think about them a little bit like our little VIP, EURAXESS VIPs, because whatever they ask me to, I would also be happy to help them out if they're trying to get like a fellowship in Europe or something. And that has happened in the past. So maybe you could consider that like an extra bonus if you're participating in this. It's like one way to kind of get closer with Europe. So the first Science Slam that took place in 2013 was in Wudako, at the Brits Cafe in Wudako. That is unfortunately closed, but that was a real institution where people that are studying in Beijing, in places like Tsinghua or Peking University, will definitely recognize definitely if they were there back in the day. So we held our first Science Slam over there. This was in 2013, which amazingly enough was before my time with EURAXESS even. I started 2015, but I did get to know all the participants later because they kept coming to our events and so on. So I think it would be fun to take a quick look back in time to see how it was. Also, just to give you guys a little bit feeling how it started and how the atmosphere in a real Science Slam is supposed to be like. So let's take a look at that. So that was definitely a trip down the memory lane for me. I was just telling Anna while we were watching it that we used to go to Bridge Cafe when I was studying in Udako back in the day, and it was really interesting. It was like a really homey, nice cafe, and everybody would be going to the universities in Beijing would know this place because it would be open all night long, which was kind of strange. So, but it meant, for example, if I had like some exams or whatever, you would maybe come there at 3 o'clock in the night and just like study like crazy until the exam started in the morning or whatever. But over there, we had like all these people that we know from before. There were a lot of the old EURAXESS community there, and you could see the first country representative of EURAXESS there, Xiak, who was moderating there, and some of the old faces that used to sort of support the EURAXESS events a lot here in China. And you could also see how the presentation sort of were. So it was like a very lively event, includes a lot of people like dressed in different teams, and they were voting for it throughout the years. So it changed the voting mechanisms a little bit, but normally the audience would look at it and they would vote for the best one, the one they like the best. So the trick for the researcher is to make sure that they're doing something that can actually catch the attention of the people over there. It's not necessarily to be the smartest one or sound the most formal or whatever. It's supposed to be the one that gets all of these people attention. And you can see in the video how high the atmosphere was and how fun it was. So you need to match that energy a little bit if you want to be successful. And a lot of people did this in a different ways. They would do different tricks to try to make their presentation a little bit more creative and so on. For example, I don't know if you noticed, but there was a lady there who was dressed up as a chef, and she was like cooking up imaginary meal at the table using cooking utensils or whatever, while she was actually describing some sort of chemical process. So that was very interesting, and obviously a lot better way than putting up a PPT PowerPoint with a lot of chemical compounds or whatever. That would just not catch people's attention unless they were that much more familiar with all of that. And even if they were familiar with that, that normally is not a good way to catch your attention. So that was something that people back then know. And if you're thinking about Science Slam this year, you should also consider exactly that. But let's take a look at another one. In 2014, we did our next Science Slam.
We're very, very happy that so many of you decided to join us tonight for an evening full of original creative science. Tonight you're going to hear 5 presentations, 5 slams.
So my research story is about exploring what happens in the brain that leads to addiction. The answer is rats lead us to new medication for addiction.
梅花拳 is increasing in popularity because it addresses critical social problems in China, namely a deficit in social trust, low levels of volunteerism, and anemic civil society. They are eaten by the defect atoms and they have been stolen away, so that eventually the efficiency of the solar cell will become poor and will decrease.
Okay, so I have some hydrogen. Let me put again my star, turn on my star in my model. But I have my second chance of my model.
You solve the mathematical problems, and as a reward, you get bitcoins. This process is called Bitcoin mining.
I think we can all agree that you guys were all fantastic. And the winner is Wang Yanting. Congratulations! Yanting wins the trip to Europe!
And we welcome you back next year for the EURAXESS Science Slam China 2015. Thank you.
All right. So this one was also, this was about the time when I was getting into EURAXESS. Like I joined actually a month later, but also remember that event really clearly. It was also in Udako. They moved to the bar next door actually because a lot of the Europeans preferred bar to a cafe. Kind of understand that. Have some wine instead of coffee, I guess. And you could also see there was a lot of very creative presentations. For in particular, I saw that it was like one man over there, a researcher, who was explaining his study on he's been studying like this different type of cultural phenomena here in China when it came to different type of martial arts. And what better way to explain martial arts than just do a little martial art for people? So he was kicking there, wearing his tie and suit and like kicking into the air and so on. But that's definitely one way to get people's attention. So like I said, right after that, that's when I joined. So in 2015 is probably the first Science Slam where I was like actively involved or more in charge of these kind of things. So let's take a look at that one.
Your cell phone can also become a black hole if you can figure out how to compress them down to their structural radius.
The treatments are not effective for many cases, which made the depression become the leading cause of disability worldwide now.
And I will show you how I saved the princess using my black magic. When the cancer is small, it is very hard to notice it. But when it is big, we can detect it easily. But it's already too dangerous.
The art walnut named Y obtained the name because they have slinky shape and texture. And when the two walnuts was rolled and played in your hands for a long time enough, the color of the shell will change into garlic red color, just like a work of art.
People can't tell when arsenic is in their water. And the second thing I want you to think about is if you were in a village and all you had to drink was this one and not this one, what would you feel? Over many years, you will increase your risk of getting a whole lot of types of different cancer.
But unfortunately, she, my first love, passed away because of ovarian cancer when she was 15, 3 years ago. I've never encountered such a devastating moment in my life, for the cancer hit so close to me.
The jury deliberated for a while, and we've got one winner.
And the winner is...
Wow, 孟晓彤，恭喜！
Okay, so I'm sorry, this was not 2015 event, this is 2016 event. I guess I'll play the 2015 one right after this one, but the 2016 event is actually a year later when we did our event at the European delegation. So this was the Galileo room of the European delegation and was part of our 2016 European Research Day that we did for the first time then at the European delegation. So it was like a whole day event where we're talking about funding and career development and so on. And then the evening we ended up with this really nice event. So the atmosphere was admittedly very different from when we did it in a bar, but also really nice. And you could see that people are using different tried methods to try to reach their audience. So like one of the ladies there who was participating was talking about how she was trying to detect pollutants in water supplies and so on, and she like distributed like these bottles of water to the participants, and everybody was taking a look at that, and it was actually really, really fun. I remember that very fondly. And we had a winner also that definitely won her the Science Slam because she went all in on creativity. So she dressed up as this magician in this like white kind of anime Japanese cartoon style magicians with a big long hat and a monocle, and she came in and told this fairy tale of like with these pictures where she was had already drawn herself and was showing to everybody. And what was really cool about it was that she also managed to, through that method, to explain really well what she was doing, researching using like phosphorus to do early detection of cancer in her research team here in an institution here in Beijing. So there are many different ways to approach this thing. But let me now take you back to 2015. That was my first Science Slam. As I was trying to say earlier, I think, let's hope this is it. Well, that was the right video. That was the first Science Slam that I did in 2016. We did it in Zhongguancun, the Innovation Street in Zhongguancun. They had like a little cafe they called Sun W Cafe, a 3W Cafe, like WWW Cafe. And I really like that area, like that atmosphere actually. I'm looking at it right now. It looked crowded and fun, right? It was super cool. And we were in collaboration with another Science Slam in Shanghai. So we got like a couple of three participants coming from there. No, something. Yeah, we had like a lot of cool things going on. I also noticed there Vikas Malik, who is was the winner, who was talking about like used the metaphor of the Lord of the Rings to explain something about how stem cell works. I later visited them in Guangzhou, in their CAS Institute in Guangzhou, and there's a lot of Europeans involved there now. And I think he has left now. He's in Manhattan, I think, in New York. So you can see, if you win the Science Slam, you'll end up in Manhattan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, so we didn't do this in the right order, perhaps, Anna. I am gonna switch back to us, the two of us here. But I have I think it was really nice to go about it like this. You can I think this is the best way to give people the impression of like how these things kind of work. The ideal Science Slam works as a fun presentation in a relaxed atmosphere in the evening, and then people get together and try to decide on who is the best presenter, and the presenter wins like a really nice prize. Although everybody wins something, nobody comes and participates without getting some nice reward for it. And we also did another Science Slam in 2018. It was also held at Jungwon-sun. In that case, we did it at the Innovation Planet in Jungwon-sun. And if you want to take a look at that, we have all the videos of that on our WeChat. You can see all of them over there. But I thought this was maybe enough for today. And we could maybe discuss a little bit about this year's Science Slam, right, Anna?
Yes, yes. I mean, it was a nice overview. I'm sure that if someone who's watching has never been at the Science Slam, really got some inspiration. There was cooking, there was martial arts, there was fairy tales, and the winner of the last Science Slam also held one of our trainings. So, we really covered it all. And I think this year is also going to be a lot of fun. I hope so. We're going to have the final event on Tuesday, the 14th of December. So put it in your calendar, especially if you think you might be among the finalists. Because, yes, after receiving the videos from all those who want to participate, we will select some finalists that will compete among each other on the 14th in Beijing in front of the jury. There's going to be a jury of experts this year, and they will be the one judging who is the best science slammer of 2021, who managed to present his research project in a very clear way that is also fun and creative and original. So yes, this is gonna be the 14th, and we will have a super wide audience. We won't be in Bridge Cafe or in Innovation Way, but the audience will be online this year. We found this creative alternative way to have a big event in still COVID times. So this is how it's going to be this year. The finalists and the jury will meet in Beijing, and then we will stream the event on different online platforms. So everybody will be welcome to join, even from Europe. Even the Europeans who are stuck in Europe will be able to join and follow the event. So I think it's gonna be also very nice. We're gonna have a nice little crew that is gonna be filming. So it's not going to be, with the little camera, a little bit shaky. It's going to be a professional thing. So we will advertise it more for everybody to be able to follow. But remember, if you want to be among the finalists, if you want to be the winner, if you want to get an iPod Pro, or, if you are among the finalists, you will still get a little prize. Remember, the deadline to send us your video is this Sunday, the 28th of November. So I think I said it all about it. We really gave an overview. I think we communicated. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, well, let's move to some of the other things that we have been doing in this quarter, because the Science Slam is not by far the only thing that we have been focusing on this quarter, right, Halldor? We had quite a few events, but I'll let you continue about that.
No, it definitely is not the only thing that we're doing, and actually we've been really busy doing so many different things. So I think the most sort of noteworthy on my side is like running around China. Organizing physical events for real for the first time for a long time. Well, we've done some physical events, of course. We did in Forum, and last year we also did in Shanghai and so on. But we did like really revive again the idea of a researchers' night. So this is something that we've done already 18 times in total, and this is something we've been doing for years and years and years, where we get together the community, both Chinese and European researchers, and we meet and have drinks and network and talk about stuff and whatever. And we did that this year again after like a long hiatus. We did last year in Shanghai, sort of dabble at it once, and we got like people to come there. But this year we managed to do it in Guangzhou, and we did it in Shanghai, and then there's going to be Researchers' Night in Beijing coming very, very soon as well. So that was really fun, and it means that also that I've been kind of going back and forth and participating in like different meetings and stuff to kind of have all of that thing happening. And it's not been easy though recently, I have to say, and there's been so many restrictions related to COVID and so on, more than I was hoping would be these days. But there was these pockets of opportunities, and we took advantage of it, and I think everybody's very happy to have this opportunity. In particular in Guangzhou, I was there 2 weeks ago, and I think the people there that are maybe not really able to go all the way to Beijing to participate in these kind of things really appreciated the fact that we just came to them a little bit. And yeah, so we've been doing that. We also did like perception meetings where we got together the European researchers in China. There was one of them in Shanghai, and we'll be doing more of that next year, and we're going to be working with the thematic networks also next year. So we're just kind of starting all of that work by meeting the people, you know, meeting those participants that are going to be driving all of that stuff. And I've also been really involved in some of the things that are happening with the diaspora network. So we did events with the Italian network in Shanghai in October, where they were talking about the anniversary of the death of what's his name, Anna? Not Da Vinci, Dante. Yeah. And
Dante Forum.
Yes, exactly. And I wanted to say Da Vinci. That was a couple of years ago, and that was really fun and a good opportunity to get together some Italians over there. And we also had an event with the Spanish Association. So the Association of Spanish Researchers in China did an event in Guangzhou, and so like people from South China and all over China came to meet up, and that was really nice. I was really happy with that, and we participated in this as well. And then last weekend, the Germans, they met up at the German Embassy and the German Academic Exchange Center, and EURAXESS was also involved. We're trying to help out, make sure that these things are interesting and fun and well received by everybody. We just want to support these sort of things, so that's really, really great. And in addition to that, of course, we've been up to here with webinars and other stuff like that. There are coming up some things next week. There's probably going to be a big web forum from the International Organization of Migration that we are supporting, talking about the talent mobility between China and Europe. But also, I think it's really worth it to talk about is something called the Sino-European Health Week. And we have been preparing that actually for a long time, right, Anna?
Yes, we have. It's the next event that is coming up in our very full agenda, actually. It's going to be next week from the 29th of November until the 3rd of December. Is the full week of webinars and online matching platform. The name of the whole week is Sino-European Health Collaboration Week, and EURAXESS is one of the partners. It's organized by Senate and IC2PERMED. They are two European funded projects with different partners. And the idea is to create the opportunity for different stakeholders, researchers, and people working in the health domain in general to meet, to raise awareness about different institutions. And, you know, the final goal is to support and enhance the collaboration between China and Europe in health. So we were very happy to be invited to be a partner in this event. And we are going to be going online on Tuesday, the 30th, in a webinar whose topic is facilitating Sino-European collaboration. And, you know, it was also a very good timing for us to join such an initiative because just last summer, we have supported the creation of thematic networks, as you know. And we have this biology and medicine network of European researchers working in China that has been very active. They put up a website online. They have started planning activities for this and next year. We also interviewed two members of the network in one of our videocasts recently. So with what's what could be better than to involve people who are working in the health domain to share their experience and their ideas. So we're gonna have a panel together with some of the members of the network, and we are going to discuss what topics that are related to basically how to better engage with the Chinese and European institutions working in health. What can researchers themselves do? So if you work in this research area, or if you're interested, or if you know someone who does, join us. It's a free event, it's online. You just need to go online, look for Senior European Health Collaboration Week and register. There's also going to be the opportunity to join some matchmaking platform. So if you're looking for partners, I think it's also a very good opportunity to find a good one. So yeah, so we invite you to join us, especially on the 30th. And Halldor, we have been talking a lot about different activities. What do we do now? Should we get to the end of this videocast? We're gonna have a last edition at the end of December, I guess. So we're gonna see who's gonna be the finalist of the Science Slam.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I think we're hitting the 40-minute mark, which is always magically exactly how long our videocasts are. I think definitely I just agree with Anna. If you guys are interested in health collaboration between Europe and China, you should participate. I think if you really want to find out how to register, maybe you can just go to our Twitter, EURAXESS China, because I know that they've been like reposting this event every day. So like you'll be able to see it there. You're gonna be able to see that event and register through there. So that's a really good point of action. So this is our 10th videocast. We're about to finish it. It's been a little bit longer now than normally. We didn't do it like in October at all. So it's been quite a long, and I think the last time we did this at the end of September was still really warm here in Beijing, but now it's like super cold. It even snowed the other day. So I don't know if you compare, if you're watching this in order in the future or whatever, you can see that we start the first videocast of the year wearing sweaters and so on, and then we dress down, and now I'm back in my sweater. And I see, Anna, you're also wearing a sweater. How's the temperature in Italy? Is winter already there, or how are things going?
I mean, officially it's autumn, but I'm in the north of Italy, so it really got a little bit cold. And yeah, we're seeing a little bit more rain, and yes, we're going towards winter. We see the snow on the top of the mountains.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting there.
Actually, it doesn't sound that bad of a fall. Actually, I think it's quite bearable there. I don't know, how does it compare to Chongqing, where you stayed for so long?
But that's quite different. And in Chongqing, local people like to say that there is only summer and winter.
Yeah.
But for me, it always felt that yeah, summer is super hot and difficult to bear. But then the rest of the year, it's quite mild weather. So I would say very long autumn. The temperatures are higher than here, and it's considered subtropical. So a lot of rain, like you want to wear your boots probably this period of the year. But yeah, here it's colder. I must say I forgot how cold it gets and how quickly. Not compare, probably I shouldn't compare to Beijing, but to Chongqing, that's how it feels.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind the coldness, actually. It gives me opportunity to wear nice sweaters and so on again. Anyway, I think this is it for us today, right? Should we just say goodbye to the onwatchers and move on with our day?
Yeah, of course. So we'll see them the next time wearing a Christmas sweater, I guess.
Yes, there you go. That's a good
See you
idea.
all next time. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.